Hey everybody, welcome back to another video. Hope you guys have been enjoying the content on the channel as of late. I'm just staying hands-free, and I'm actually going to probably invest into it's probably cheap as hell, one of those suction things, so I can put my phone somewhere more, more professional, I guess. Just currently waiting for my little bro to finish his karate class, and I was just wanting to do a quick little video on something that Tarantino said recently about cinema in general, and it just kind of got me thinking for a minute about just the state of cinema in general. I forget how he phrased it, but basically he said that we're in a pretty bad spot, and that cinema is kind of right now, as it seems, in a, for lack of a better word, a pretty shitty place. And I feel the need to comment on that because I'm kind of two minds of that. I think that if you were to address that solely through mainstream culture, yes, cinema has just not been great. Just kind of become factory work at this point, just kind of reiterating the same types of stories, the same formulas, time and time again. You know what I mean? Like, they just did a study on fandoms from for the Marvel DC people, and they're seeming to get tired of it too. They're starting to feel fatigued. I don't blame them, because it's just the same stories or not the same stories, but the same formulas being used every single time, and it's just getting boring. So I agree with Tarantino on that. I agree that, yeah, like, mainstream wise, it's been getting kind of, I mean, I've left mainstream culture a long time ago, when it came to I think it was like, I'm trying to remember, like 2019 I think when I left. I want to say, like, yeah, 2019, 2020 is when I left, because that's when I was starting to get, I was already tired of the Marvel Cinematic Universe by that point, and I was just ready to just jump. And that's when I started getting more interested in indies, and that's where I kind of disagree with Tarantino, because I think he said it also. This is all coming from like a Howard Stern interview, and I think he said something along the lines of, like, when people have more creative control, that's when you see better work come out. And totally, absolutely agree with that. I say that you get that more so in indies, and I feel that it's still being very expressionistic, if that's even a word. Some of my favorite movies this year are indies, like Vortex. I absolutely loved Vortex, and it's a film that I know very few of you have probably seen, but it's really, really well told. I also really like Resurrection a lot, and among other things, Tar I absolutely loved. Like, cinema is changing in the sense that I think that people are kind of recognizing the patterns, and they're realizing that pattern is that of a circle. It's not anything that's moving straight, or branching off into all different kinds of areas. It's doing basically the same shtick, same shit, and you're just kind of doing this over and over and over again. A part of me is glad that people are picking up on that, that people are kind of now being like, hey, I'm just kind of getting tired of this. I want something new. I want something inventive, something more creative. That to me is a good sign. But I don't know. I'm kind of 50-50 with the whole Tarantino comments, though, because I've seen a lot of great movies this year. And yeah, if you're addressing just mainstream culture, yeah, for me, it's been this way now for a couple of years, so, you know, I'm not, like, shocked by it. You know, it's been like this for a while. I feel like people are just now kind of slowly awakening to that idea, or to realizing that, you know, that what you're watching was no different than what you watched like 3 or 4 years ago. It's the same thing. It's just packaged differently. And for me, that's just, you know, that's not good storytelling. That's just factory work. And I'm not in to watch factory work. I'm here to watch stories and narratives. And I want to see all kinds of narratives, you know. I don't want to just see certain kinds, you know, that people, like I said, they want to be very comfortable. They're very accustomed to certain things. And, you know, they bitch and complain that they want new shit, but they never actually go out to see that kind of stuff. Like I said, how many of you saw Vortex? I'm pretty sure just a handful of you. So, like, they're out there. They are out there. It's just like you're not wanting to see them. You're deciding to invest time to see the next Marvel movie or the next DC film or whatever, you know? Because the truth is that cinema has always been great. It's just that one particular aspect is now starting to show it's starting to weigh on people. It's starting to form some level of fatigue, and that's mainstream culture. And that's been an issue. I've seen that personally for years. So, you know, so it's not anything new. It's just that a lot of people are starting to come to their senses, or start to realize that, hey, I've seen this already, you know? It's just told through a different character and all that. It's not doing anything drastically different. The feelings are the same, you know? Emotionally, I feel the same. The overall results of the film are the same, you know? Yeah. So, it's a very interesting conversation about, you know, the current landscape of cinema. For me, I think it's depending on from where you see things. If you're watching what I watch, you know, which is more independence, then cinema has been just fine. It's been doing great, actually. There's been a lot of expressions. I think that there are still some issues, obviously, in that type of culture as well. I've seen some films getting, like, banned or just getting treated a certain way. Like, there was this one transgender film that just got banned from the Oscars, or banned for a certain thing. And I'm just like, I want to see movies that, you know, politically, you know, that's a different story. I have my own politics, but I want to see a person's expression. I want to see their voice. I want to see that, you know. I don't think that I don't want politics to be involved in terms of what I watch, you know. I don't really give a shit. It's meant to be entertainment, people. It's not meant to be a political point. If the film makes a political point, then yeah, you can bring out stuff like that, but, you know, just because they insert certain things does not necessarily mean that they are looking to have a political discussion. You know what I'm saying? That's you bringing the politics to the film. So, unless the film asks you to, then just don't, because it just kind of puts what is it? Like, it just kind of makes the movie out into something that it was never intended to be, you know? And, you know, that's just me. But yeah, if you're focusing on independence like I am, you would have seen just tons of great work as of late. Like I said, Vortex was amazing. Tar, I mean, shit. I mean, what else? After Yang, I really enjoyed. Resurrection, again, I really enjoyed. Hit the Road, which is a really small piece that I'm pretty sure a lot of you didn't see. Really great piece. Like, there are some really great pieces out there from this year and even hell from last year. A film which I actually will talk about on Thanksgiving, which I thought was just splendid. But I feel that a lot of these statements being thrown around as of late, like cinema kind of being, you know, Tarantino being a bigger voice, obviously, but I've been noticing it a lot, is that people have been having murmurs this year, or last year too, about the death of cinema, or, you know, how cinema's been kind of dying as of late. I think that it stems mostly from mainstream culture. It means from blockbusters, from films that people are so accustomed to seeing. They're so used to watching a certain film, and now that film, they're realizing that they're not going to get anything different. They're going to still get the same meal. you know? And I recognized that a long time ago. You know, for a lot of other people, I feel that they're just now awakening to that sort of thing. So, maybe invest into independence, or, you know, branch out your taste in film, or just, you know, just hoped for a better Marvel movie in the future or whatever. But yeah, so in terms of the cinema I watch, it's been really, really great. But in terms of the cinema that most people watch, I think they're coming to realize how formulaic it is, and how just in some ways sad it is. Because it's not creatively satisfying, it's just financially satisfying. And that's a big problem when it comes to storytelling. It should not be about money, it should be about what you're talking about, your voice, and expressing yourself in the most authentic way possible. That's also leverage. When people make these movies, these mainstream movies, we know this. We know why people direct these high-budget films. It's for leverage. It's also to get their other movies greenlit, the shit that they actually really want to make, you know? And sometimes that does happen, and then sometimes these people unfortunately get wrapped up in the system, and they lose their creative edge, you know? So, yeah. I think cinema's been good in a certain aspect, but obviously when you branch it out into looking at what's popular and what the mainstream crap and all that, it has definitely been on a downhill spiral. And, you know, hopefully they improve, hopefully they become more inventive, but if it's gonna make money, they're not gonna change. They're not gonna change. If it makes money, and if they still bring in a ton of money, then what reason is there to change? So, the only way we change is you. You make the statement. You go watch other films, or, you know, do what I did, which is like, hey, you know what? I'm not going to invest my time into watching the same product over and over again, you know, until it's something fresh and new, or there's a potential for something new. That's why I saw Black Panther 2, because I was hoping it would be potentially something different. Then I'll be there. But until then, I'll stick to watching the smaller films, the films that none of y'all see. And believe me, I go to the theater often. None of y'all saw Tar. None of y'all saw Vortex. None of y'all saw Hit the Road. None of you. A lot of you went to go see the other films. And then you bitch and complain online why there isn't any original films out there. They're out there. It's just that you guys aren't choosing to see them. So expand your taste, or don't complain when all you're getting is the same taste. So, that's just me. But you guys let me know. What do you guys think? Do you guys think cinema, as of late, has been just kind of on a downhill spiral? I personally think it is mostly just with mainstream culture. Or, do you guys think that it's been thriving, you know? At least I do, anyway, when it comes to independent culture. The independents. So, it's kind of 50-50 for me, in terms of, you know, that kind of question. I guess it depends on where, what movies you're watching, and, the kind of culture that it sits in. So, but you guys let me know. And that's going to be it for this video, guys. Stay tuned for more videos in the future. We'll probably have more topic videos, because I've been just pumping out just movie reviews left and right. So I will try to make room for more topic-related videos. But, you know, we'll see how everything goes, because this is the time for a lot of movies to come out. So we'll see. But thank you guys for watching. Hope you guys are safe out there, because COVID's starting to spike again. So wear your mask, wash your hands, all that. And that's it. Hope you guys enjoyed this video. I've said that 5 times already. I'm going to leave now before I say it a 6th time. I'll catch you guys in the next video.